my oldest son, who was the captain of that team, and Colton, I love him to death. The boy has a lot of talent. But I remember him and a couple of other guys after the first round of tryouts were like, are you going to pick the team based upon, the tryout numbers? Or are you going to base it upon, the golfer? And there was questions as to, what my methodology is. And at Rutgers, people ask me, was it difficult having my son on the team? And the answer is absolutely not. Like, when I recruit people to come to play at Rutgers, I tell them all the same thing. And the parents sit down in front of me, and you know me. I'm like, yeah. They ask me, is my son going to play for you? And, what's the criteria? And I said, well, I have favorites. And at that point, they all sit back in the chair like, oh, man, this guy has favorites. I'm like, yeah, no. And you'd be lying. Like, you're lying to people if you say you like everyone the same. I don't. Yeah. I don't like everybody the same. And you'd be lying to me if you said you like everybody the same too. Nobody does. The point being is, I don't have favorites. Or I have favorites, but I don't play favorites. I have a very specific formula that we use to play at Rutgers. And number one thing is we have a 36 to 54 hole tryout. And wherever you stand after that whole tryout is where you're positioned on the team. And then after each tournament, the first three players are always safe. But that fourth and fifth spot, we play 3 to 4 rounds a week and plus tournament play, and you have a floating average. Mm-hmm. And wherever, like Bill Parcells said, you are what your numbers say you are. So after that second tryout, the Magic Wands, is my nickname for Brandon, was the Magic Wands, because that kid's swing was unorthodox, but damn it, he was Rudy, man. That kid outworked everybody. Yep. And his numbers dictated. So there were players that had more talent out there, like more golf time. Again, hit the ball further, more acumen, hit more shots, create different things.
Knew more about playing golf, played longer.
Yes. Yeah. But they weren't beating them. Yep. And, let me tell you what, there's two types of college coaches out there. One's being hired and one's being fired. Like my other preach, as you know, is world domination. Like I do not see the point of doing anything unless you want to be great at it. Yep. All right?